driving?
Driving.
I've got to change tyres.
I've got to remove the variables. Hello and welcome to Reactive Terrain. Yes, this is going to be a super rounded, tyre-shaped episode about...
He said to me, let's go down and have some fun.
Yeah, this isn't going to be fun because, number one, I have taken apart every beadlock, every wheel I own to acquire every tyre that I have down here today.
Yeah.
And it is going to be absolutely crazy. We have 10, 12...
Look, this is confusing me. If I don't know, then how many types up to that?
12.
12.
There are 12 tyres.
That's 12 tyre chain.
G-Dog is going to be the Formula One pit crew today. He's going to be swapping out tyres as quick as I can get through them. And we are going to put all these tyres through exactly the same challenge on exactly the same rig using exactly the same wheel to see what tyre is the best tyre out of the selection we've got today. Right, you're going to do some stretching, some exercising. I don't want you pulling any muscles while you're...
I do have a secret plan.
Oh, you got your electric screwdriver on you. Yeah, baby. That's all I want to hear. That's all I want to hear. So at the moment, we can't do much videoing on the course because, as you can see, we are in the process of installing a new piece. And it is enormous, and which means like the pinches out of there's just stuff everywhere, so it's a perfect time to do this. Now let's have a look at the obstacles that we are going to put the tires through. So on our course we have what I class as dial-in obstacles. These obstacles are really good for making sure that you've dialed your rig in to get the most out of it. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using the Clear Creek. And here is the sidewall test. So it's not a massive tilt, but if your tyre's not grippy enough on the sidewall or got much side grip, it can prove to be rather tricky and you'll just slide off and you'll really struggle kind of getting positioned as you come off the creek in through this area here. So it's really good to have a good sidewall grip on your tyres. So that's one of the obstacles we're doing. The obstacle...
Boo-booed.
I know.
What's the light? This extra light looks like the sun's coming in.
Oh, we need it. It's done. The obstacle.
Yeah.
Well, I put my teeth in. I'm gonna. That word is gonna get me all day long. You know that, don't you? I haven't even started. I've only said it 3 times. Moving on to the next obstacle. This is a soft sandstone. So nice and soft. G-Dog's placing his little red on there. And again, it's not a massive incline, but you're going to need a good grip to get up this. So yeah, this slightly different compound. These actually respond very different. This is a hard, cold stone. And this is a soft sandstone. You can actually carve this if you actually wanted to. I've done that before. All right, so going on that note, over here is a hard stone elevation. So really completely different. There's G-Dog's little truck. And yeah, again, this is really cold compared to the soft rock, and it's a completely different compound. So 2 similar inclines, 2 different types of rock. The next task they're going to have to perform, so that's 3. The next one is the toughest incline we have on the course, and it's this area right here, between this corner and between here. This part to this part, if I show you my fingers, here to here. So you're averaging between 53 to 65 degree angle, and it is steep and it's going to be really tricky to do.
That's how hard that was.
All right, the last obstacle they will have to try and complete is a damp climb. Yes, this has been running this morning, so we're not going to run it with water. Or maybe we do put water. We'll see how we can think. It's wet anyway, so we're going to be climbing all the way up this wet incline up to the top of the Rocky Mountain Loop. Now we're blue.
Smurfs. So what you're telling me is that we've been playing on
shiny
this
forehead. Sorry. Yeah, go on. It's really shiny.
Look, we've been playing on this course for a year.
Yeah.
And we've only just been asked the question about tyres.
No. No, it's just taken me that long to acquire that many. Right. So let's have a look at the table and see what we've got going on. And here are all your contenders. All right, so what we've done is we've 3D printed some wheels because there was no way we were doing any wheel nuts or bead locks to try and do this. Plus, these are all the same weight. So there is no brass, there is no aluminium. It is basically the same as a stock tyre and pretty much exactly the same weight. So it is all down to the tyre performance, not the weight in the wheel or the weight in the rig. This rig is a stock C10 SCX24. The only thing that's slightly different is there's body mounts on it. But we're not going to be running a body mount. Because again, the body is another complete variable that we've removed. You could have a hard body, Lennox body. We want to try and eliminate as much of the discrepancies as possible. We're also going to be running the same batteries, so we're actually going to run the little FMS batteries. Now, the one thing we will do is spread the weight 60-40. So we'll probably put the battery on top of the receiver and the ESC so that we get... There you go. Thank you for doing that, G-Dog. So we're going to be putting one of these up here just so that the weight is spread at the front, because even if we try to do it normally, I don't think... Well, maybe we can give it a go. Maybe we should just keep it normal. We'll see. We'll see how well it does. I think without the body on, we shouldn't have too much flipping over. No. So if we start to get too much flipping, maybe we'll need to move the battery to the front. But if we notice that it is relatively okay, we'll keep it. But once we've decided which one we're doing, that is the one we'll do for every single tyre. So let's... Man, I'm tired already. Oh, he's scoffing his face with biscuits over in the corner.
If we was an exhaust centre, I'd be exhausted.
Right, so let's have a look at number one. Number one, this is the deadbolt stock tyre. So we're going to run a stock to get a baseline of how well they perform on the course. And we've got a pair of Mickey Thompsons, some ogrcs, some Hyrax Pro lines, my favourites, Injora Mud Pour, which, to be honest with you, are quite good as well. We've got some DJ Crawler on-road tyres. Yep, you've seen these ones. We'll show you up close all the tread patterns. DJ Crawler 80 Softs, RC all-wheel drive Super Swampers, but these are the TLCs. Really quite nice and knobbly. Then we've got the RC all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive Bogger Swamp. And then we've got the Milestones, which I think people call these like Fatty Patties. I think that's their nicknames. But today they are called the Milestar. Another RC four-wheel drive. These are the BFG TAs. And these are I think these are one of the widest ones we've got. These are 24 millimeters. And then we've got the mystery ones. So yeah, we're not going to tell you what those are. I'm not going to show you what they are. Unless you wind the video back and press pause. Well. All right, let's have a little look at the tread patterns. Hey, we should get everyone to place a bet at the beginning of the video to see what they think will be the best tyre. Yeah, do that. So there you go. We've tried to keep it as pretty good as we can. Pretty equal, pretty even. The rig's the same. No body, because the body is a massive variable. Yeah. No alloy wheels, funny wheels, or anything. No bead locks, because obviously we're changing tyres. These will just put on. Now, the other thing we've also done is we've got generic foams for them. These are exactly the same compound as each other. The only reason why we've got slightly different sizes is because our size ranges from 52 mil up to, I think the highest one is 56 mil worth of tyres. So this is all under 60 mil, and then there are the slightly smaller ones for the 52 mils. But they are exactly the same foam, just for slightly different tyres. Poor G-Dog. Poor G-Dog. He's got one hell of a day for him.
I'm all out just looking at it. A lot of...
Yeah. Well, one thing we don't want to keep doing, though, is going round in circles.
Oh.
G-Dog throws the stock deadbolt wheels on the SCX24. We're going to get that one loaded up and run it for a baseline test to see how it does. And, well, it could do them all. It could do all the obstacles.
That make a change.
I mean, it could work. Now, I did put a post out recently about what would the one thing that you would change on your rig, and the most common one is wheels and tires. And I kind of get wheels because that's personal preferences, alloy, brass, bit of weight, get all that. But tires, well, we're going to try and find out exactly whether that really does make a significant difference to your rig without any other upgrades.
Am I not driving?
Driving,
I've got to change tyres.
I've got to remove the variables.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so the SCX24 is all kitted out with deadbolt wheels and tyres. Now, we did try and take some deadbolt tyres off the rims to put on the yellow ones, but they tore apart. So,
Ruined the set. Good time.
yeah, so these are on the stock wheels, but the 3D printed ones that we do are identical weight. So they are exactly the same. Let's get to it. So while G-Dog gets to the pit crew and loads up the foam into the tyres and puts them on the wheels, I am going to run the first test. Now, we've decided that we're only going to do a couple of attempts at each obstacle. And hopefully, otherwise we'll be here till Christmas.
We should be going around in circles.
All right, so this is the first obstacle with the stock deadbolt tyres. Now, we kept the battery on the battery tray, so we haven't even put it up front. We've kept it all nice and stock. The one thing I am noticing straight away is this is the version 1, and it's very twitchy on the steering, and that's not looking great.
Full. Car's full.
Or maybe it's this.
Maybe it's your handset. I've got some more batteries somewhere. Maybe that's the first thing we should change.
Oh, see, as soon as you come down, the wheels are sliding, and yeah, right. That's attempt number 1. Right, attempt number 2, and that's the thing. You know, you're on the stock shocks now. You need it to be able to side grip when it falls. Oh, no, tippled over. So is that a weight problem or a tyre problem?
Right, we just had this little conversation, and I said it's got to be tyre.
Maybe it's a tyre problem. Maybe if you had a wider tread, softer compound, it would grip, sidewall grip, and it wouldn't flip over.
Is this not the point of the test?
Yeah, well, let's give it a go. They might all flip over on that.
Yeah,
they might do. But then it's down to the rig and not the tyre. But at the moment,
what do we do?
Well, it's got to complete
Back
it.
to the drawing
Yeah,
board.
well, look, we start somewhere and we'll finish somewhere else. This is all that matters. Right, deadbolt, not very successful on obstacle number 1. All right, so obstacle number 2 with the deadbolt stock tyres. No problem at all. Straight up. Excellent. Good. Right, on to the next one. All right, so this is the hard rock. This is always quite cold in the winter. Oh, it definitely had to fight to get over it though. Now, I'm not sure that tyres will make much of a difference to climbing up here, but there is a path to get up here. So we'll see if it's got enough traction to get up it. Ooh. Yeah, it's not going to do the 60 odd degree in that corner, so I need to come around here. Oh, it does not. I'm on the high line. Ah, no.
Well.
Okay, right. Let's do the wet incline. See how it performs up there. So with this obstacle here, what we're trying to avoid is coming up the step system. What we don't want to be doing is coming up this way here, because this is a softer incline. What we're trying to do is see if it will actually climb at this point here, which is around about the 53 to 52 degrees. There's no way it's going to do the corner because of the weight, and you definitely need a few more accessories, upgrades to do that other than tires. But if we can try and get it to climb on the edge of this corner, sometimes you can get a tire just up on this corner and get round, but you do need good traction to do that. All right. It's not waterproof, but this is meant to be a wet incline, G-Dog. Doesn't look very wet to me. There's only one thing to do. Activate bilge pump. Oh yeah. Now it's a wet incline. A crawler's nightmare has just appeared on the channel. Right. Let's see if the stock deadbolt wheels will climb up the wet incline. Oh. Oh, it's fighting, it's fighting. Oh, it doesn't want to, it can't get the traction. And give it one more go. Just will not get that traction. Nope. Nope. No traction. Still bouncing around. I gave G-Dog the worst job.
Enough.
What you done? What you doing?
Trying to get that pin in.
Got it?
No.
You don't need to take it off so far. Hold on. Still not on. Hold on. We haven't even done one set of tyres yet.
Look.
Dinner's at 5! Hurry up! Alright, so the deadbolt stock does not make it through to the next round. Yeah, they didn't successfully... Every time he takes a wheel off, the hex is stuck in the back of them. Hopefully the 3D printed ones won't be the same. But hopefully I'll just pull off the hex. So yeah, they don't move forwards. No good. No good on the... Oh, it's on the run. No good on the incline, on the steep incline, and no good in the wet. I'm not sure there's going to be too many tyres that are good in the wet. But it is the ultimate shootout for tyres, so, you know, it's got to be the ultimate tyre shootout. And see how well it grips in the conditions at reactive terrain.
6 minutes later.
All right, so the test tyres wheels are on. Look at these bright yellows, so we know that they are the test ones. Right, these up next are... These are the Mickey Thompson Baja MTZs. So we're going to get it on the test and see how well it performs. All right, so here we go. This is the Mickey Thompson tyres. Let's see if it does any better on this incline. Ooh, these are quite tough. They say they're soft, but the compound on these feels really quite hard. But, ooh, Slipped off the end at the last minute. No, slipped off the end at the last minute. All right, we're going to try again. Second attempt. Ooh, it's not the best angle to come in at. For manoeuvrability, they're not much better grip than the deadbolt for trying to back up and reposition. I'm just going to gently... Yeah, there we go. Success. Okay, up next, the soft incline. Yep, no problem at all on the soft incline. I'm going to move it over to the hard. Now the deadbolt did it, but it did struggle at the top trying to get traction. All right, so here we go. We're going to try and get it up the cold stone. Yeah, no problem at all with those. So Mickey Thompson's successfully done 3 obstacles so far. We're going to take it over to the incline. Let's take a nice little close look at the Mickey Thompson. Yeah, these things are pretty cool. Right. What size were these, G-Dog? Let's have a look. So the Mickey Thompsons are a 19 by 52 mil. So they are a tad shorter in height, but you've got an extra 3 mil on the sidewall. So on the tilt, maybe the wider tyre definitely helps on the tilt. Right.
Do you know the most annoying thing?
What?
I don't even have a truck that'll do that tilt.
See, you should have changed the tyres.
Yeah. Oh,
it wanted to. Oh, well, it was close.
That was
yeah, it was close. I think if you
of the way up,
you definitely got to fight. You know, fight for your line.
So,
yeah, I mean, it got to about there, but then it's.
I have an idea.
I hate to break it to you, but it's raining that heavy that it's coming through the roof vents.
That's because the roof's leaking.
I thought I could feel rain.
So I reckon it made it.
So
it
got
to
about there, yeah.
So that's pretty good for a tyre with.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you came.
Yeah.
You did come and hit the peg.
Yeah, it does.
I think that's the.
Yeah, you can't hit the peg.
I think because otherwise you just get that little bit of grip, wouldn't you? See, you just come over slightly.
Yeah.
Well.
There we go. So, like G-Dog was saying, we put the peg here because there is a line that, you know, really kind of, you don't have to have great tyres. If you can find this little corner here, you can pull up. But good tyres, good traction will pull you up on this centre. So if it pulls up and hits the peg, then it's not really the line we're looking for. Right, move on to the water. All right, here we go. Mickey Thompson's Bajas up for the water. Oh, looks like it's the same place as the deadbolt. Just squeezing that. Yeah, I think it did get a little higher.
Unlucky.
One more attempt. Trying to find. It's not gripping. Squeezing that trigger a little bit more. It's just spinning in the water. No, it's a no-go. Being a little deflated with all this. Here at Reactive Terrain, the organicness grows no matter how your life is. Look at this. We have a real-life mushroom growing in Reactive Terrain. Yes.
Does that mean you've not got mushroom left on the course?
No, there's not mushroom left on the course. Look at him go, eh? Dad jokes all year round. Right, G-Dog, come on. Okay, so up next is the ogrc Super Softs 19mm by 54.5. And yeah, these are definitely softer than the Mickey Thompson ones. So we're going to see how these guys get on. Right, is it on? We're on. My G-Dog flips out some tyres. Let's move on to the first obstacle. Okay, ogrc's up next on the tilt. So we're going to come in. Like I say, I've got this rig completely stock, so it is quite twitchy on the trigger. And oh, there's the tyre wall. That's what you're looking for right now. It is the control of the tyre wall and the side grip. Yeah, handled that lovely. Doug, well, reached that period in our life where we're getting excited about a round piece of rubber.
Hey, you might get excited about a round piece of rubber.
All right, soft rock climb, and we're gonna go. Ooh, it's a bit slick. Ooh. I don't know if that was me or the tyre just not having enough. It just did the tilt, and it had plenty of side grip then. But let's have another go. Ooh, okay. All right. Well, a little traction loss, but it got up there. Right, that one's a success. Moving on to the cold hard stone. Ooh, struggling to keep the line. Oh, I had to give it a bit of a wiggle to get up there, but we did successfully complete it. All right, up onto the sand dune. Now you can see that the compound picked up a load of sand. I find the super softs do pick up the compound quite a lot. These aren't climbing. Oh, no, hit the peg. Can't go that way. Let's try again. Nope. Flipped over. I'll go one more shot. Ooh. Nope, not at all.
High as the,
no, didn't get as high as the Mickey Thompsons at all. Not at all. All right, final test. Let's put her up the water and see how she gets on. All right, so in the last incline test, it didn't reach as high as the Mickey Thompson tyres. So let's see how these ogrc's work on the water. Ooh. Final attempt. Oh, it's definitely grabbing a little bit more, but that might be just where I'm wiggling the steering wheel. But overall traction, I would say exactly the same point as the Mickey Thompson one. G-Dog is on his 4th tyre change.
Do you know what the only reason I've got the right ones on?
Because they're yellow?
No, because one's wet and one's dry.
Well, yeah, that's very true. We try not to cross-contaminate. And G-Dog's having to dry his fingers for the science of the video. So right, up next is the Hyrax Proline medium compound, 19mm by 53mm. You use these tyres a lot. In fact, I use these solidly for a good 6 months on one of my Ninja Goats. So I know they are a good tyre, but without any other modifications, are they going to be any better than the Mickey Thompsons or the Deadbolt? So the ogrc successfully completed 3 out of the 2 obstacles. Again, it did really well on the steep incline, but it didn't have enough traction to get it up that final push. Again, with the wet incline, just didn't have enough in it to get it up that final push. So I don't think it's really down to the balance of the rig at the moment, because they're definitely getting on the crest of the sand dune hill. I think it's down to traction, or maybe too much traction, and the back end kicks in and grabs, and it just starts flipping over. But at the moment, so far, only 3 obstacles out of the 5 that we're doing have been successfully completed. Right, looks like there's a new set on. Comment below and tell G-Dog how well great job he's doing. G-Dog.
I'm worried in case these get wet and heavy.
You got a towel. You'll have to wring them out. Blow on them. Bit of Legionnaire in there. Right. Right, so here we go. This is the Hyrax. And no, that's not me taking a pee in the background. That is the pump feeding back into the tank from the waterfall. All right, so here we go. Can it handle the drop? It's quite a steep drop. It's not going to handle that very well. Oh, right, so there's the side grip, just grabbing that rock as it comes along. Hyrax has got that lovely side grip action. Yeah, really clean. You notice the control is noticeably different. Okay, so Hyrax is on the soft rock and no struggle whatsoever. No, just crawled up there. No issues whatsoever. Right, we're going over to the hard rock. Yep, easy as pie, really nice and clean. Didn't struggle at all. Nice medium control. Straight up, no worries. Alright, into the sand and the grit, and straight away, look how much it pulls off the ground, the compound, adding to the traction. There it is.
Ooh, wow.
Success. Hyraxes have completed the sand dune trial. So far, they are the front runners of the competition. So the Hyrax Pro lines at medium, and these are a medium compound. So, you know, when you start looking at some of these compounds where they're S2s, X2s, super softs, these are coming out as a medium compound at 19 millimeters by 53 millimeters high. Okay, so the Hyrax is so far the front runner, but how does it compare in the wet on an incline? Well, we're about to find out. Oh, and it's just walked straight up it. No questions asked. Hyrax takes the lead. The little babies absolutely nailing the course. Like I said at the beginning before I tested the Hyrax, they are one of the best tyres I've used consistently for a long time. So I know they're really capable. They've been clogged up with mud before and still performed really well. So yeah, I did have quite good high hopes for the Hyrax, and it did not disappoint. Means the Hyrax moves on to the next stage. So here we go. This is the Hyrax Pro line. All right, up next is the Injora Mud Paws S5 compound at 19 by 52. So really close to the Hyraxes, but these are on a S5 compound. Here they are. G-Dog's prepped it, ready to rock and roll. So let's get it on the course. Okay, so here we go. Injora Mud Paws up for the task. Here we go. Nice. Now, I've actually run these a bit as well, and I really did like them. These are what I swapped out the Hyraxes for. There it is. Nice and soft. Managed to grab and keep control of the vehicle, but have I got enough on the sidewall to keep it at this angle? Yes, we do. Great control. Grab the vehicle as it come off its tilt. Job done. All right, up next, soft rock climb. And we've picked up quite a bit of grit and sand. Oh, and there we go. Oh, it had to fight. Had to fight to get up there. Nowhere near as clean as the Hyrax. That little bit of sand might have made a bit of a difference on those tyres as it was picking up a bit of grit. All right, here we go. mud paws on the cold stone. We're going to take the same line, always position it on this little lump just here, and always froze you up. Again, had to just give it that little bit more squeeze to get it up there than the Hyraxes, but it did successfully pull itself up. All right, here we go. This is the steep incline at the dunes, picking up a lot of sand. Oh no, rear end gripped and it toppled itself over. Let's try one more time. 2 attempts. Definitely struggling. Oh no, just could not get the traction at the base of it. All right, so here we go. We're going to go up with the mud paws again. Now this definitely struggled on the sand dunes, so just not having enough rear traction, maybe the grip pattern just probably letting it down a bit. Oh no, yeah. Just toppled itself over as it reached the peak.
That's higher than the rest.
It definitely got a lot higher, so it almost completed it. We're going to try one more time. Oh no, it just doesn't. It just has not got the control in the water. No, not at all. 2 attempts. All right, so let's put a little disclaimer. Yes, if you kept persistently attempting these obstacles, trying to find a different way or hitting different lines, then sure, eventually you might find enough grip and get up the obstacle. What I'm trying to do, one-handed by the way, is keep the same line as possible with each tyre so that it's as close to each tyre as possible. Hence why we're only giving 2 attempts. Also, this video would be like a month long if we did everything until it successfully completed the obstacle. That said, the Hyrax is the only one to complete all 5 obstacles and moving on to the next stage. So, looking like a 1-horse race at the moment. Pick up the next tyre.
These are these are aeroplane wheels. I'm not being funny. Look.
Oh, look. Oh,
They look like aeroplane
You've got
tyres.
wet, sticky fingers all over them.
Oh, I'm trying.
He's using a wet cloth to dry them. He needs a different towel. Okay, so up next is... Only ones forward so far, the Hyraxes, but up next are these DJ Crawler L or HT, should I say, softs. Now these, when you look at them, they actually say, I think it's like emotional on-road. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what emotional tyre is. Does it mean it's like really sensitive?
Oh, sorry if I put you in a bad place. Yeah, that kind of thing. Okay.
All right, these are 19mm by 56mm. All right, so we're up here with the DJ Crawler on-road tyres, which I do have to say look great on scale builds. I have used them a bit on a few rigs, and yeah, let's...
Look great on a jumbo jet.
Okay, so side grip, surprisingly good. That's a bit of control as well. It managed to grab the rig, but I'm just struggling to... Oh, no. Managed to control it on the tilt. So yeah, that's 1 tick for the DJ Crawler on roads. All right, so here we go. We're going to test it on the red sandstone soft rock. Ooh. To give it a little bit of go to get going, but crawled up there nice and easy. No problems at all, even with the bit of grit that it did pick up from the sand. Right, onto the hard, cold stone. These are really slippery, so really do make for a tricky climb. Keep the same line. Had to give it a bit of a squeeze to get the wheel speed up, but successful. Oh, it got up there, but it wouldn't roll over the top. Trying to keep it away from this corner here. fighting for the line, but it just didn't have enough grip to do it. Oh, that's a shame. It was almost there. You could see it trying to get up the top, but no, it flipped back, lost grip, fell into the pit. Let's see how these tyres compare at the top of the waterfall and see if these successfully can climb up. Oh, just squeezing itself over. Not enough traction to keep the line. Oh yeah, it's really struggling with the traction on the line. Oh no, and it gets it. Oh, G-Dog's aeroplane tyres make it through to the next round, completing.
I'm well surprised with that. I mean, honestly, they do. They look like aeroplanes.
They, yeah, completed 4 out of the 5 obstacles. On to the next round. So there we go, guys. The DJ Crawler on-road tyres with a +4. So completed 4 obstacles. This is the DJ Crawler. You don't really need to see me spelling everything wrong, but there we go. DJ Crawler, we're going to put on roads. We should put aeroplane tyres, but that's too much writing. And they are the 19 by 56s. The Hyraxes are the 19 by 53s. So if there's an under 60mm tyre that you really recommend, we'd love to know what you think and what you would suggest. So whack it in the comments below and maybe we can acquire them for the next time we do this type of video. I think we're definitely going to do a +60mm as well. That's definitely going to happen, and see how they perform on just a generic stock rig and whether it makes any difference whatsoever.
They're my size tyres.
Yeah, G-Dog size tyres. Yeah. Big boys.
Big boys.
A set of DJ Crawlers. These are DJ Crawler AT Softs. Now, these are the widest tyres. I lied. No, they're not. Down here are the widest. I just remembered that these were in the mix. So these are one of the widest tyres that we have on the course today at 20.5 by 58. In fact, I think they might be the tallest tyres we've got. Yep, these are definitely the tallest tyres we have on the course today. G-Dog's all done. He's pampering and softening up the aeroplane tyres, his Boeing 747s.
They really, honestly, I think they're hilarious, but they do well.
But they did a +4 on the obstacle. Moving on.
Yeah.
All right, let's try out these AT DJ Crawler tyres. Right. So these are the tallest tyres we've got on the block today. We're going to come down and see if we can do the side grip. As it falls down, trying to keep that control. It's really high up in the sky now. That's a real tall line. Oh, and there it goes. But let's keep the side grip on the tyre. Tyre wall's not collapsing. Oh, and it gave up. It gave up halfway around the tilt. I don't know if that was me or whether that tyre sidewall, that huge sidewall, just folded, and that was it. It lost the weight balance. And it was all over. Let's try again. Ooh, coming in. Yeah, that huge tyre wall just squeezing itself in. It's really difficult to hold the line. That tyre wall just folding in on itself. Nope, it's gone. Alright, so let's try it up on the soft rock incline. Now, obviously we are using the generic foams out of all the tyres. So I guess if you had a slightly better insert, then that would make the tyre probably a little bit better. But if you were just running, there we go, no problem at all. If you're just running what they come with, because these are actually the foams from these tyres, then, well, the tyre wall unfortunately does collapse quite easy on incline. There's the battery running low. All right. Yeah. Here we go. Up on the hard rock. Gently squeezing. Didn't have to give it no wheel speed. Really clean. No problems whatsoever. Okay, so up onto the incline. Let's try and keep the line as clean as possible. Oh, and it just found its grip and then lost it on the back end. So we situate that battery back in there. There it is. Managed to get it, successfully moved it on to the next stage. Yeah, really clean. Had to give it a little bit of wheel spin at the end just to get that traction and build up, but no problems at all. The one thing I really like about these tyres is their compound, and they really do conform over objects really nice, which makes them really good when you're digging into jaggedy areas. Well, let's see how well they face the torrent coming down the waterfall, and it's just a little bit of wheel speed needed. It's pushing it off the line. It's gone off the edge. One more time, see if it can grab this. It's done it. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Up onto the top of the waterfall. There you go, DJ crawler tyres. I think these were the ATs. Yeah, the AT ones. 4 out of the 5. Really good. Handled the damp really well. Just enough traction to get over that wet tip. And I think also, like I was saying in the video, that it conforms over objects really nicely, and that really does help it conform over knobbly areas and pull itself up. Yeah, pretty impressive. DJ Crawlers, 2 of their brands through to the next round. Now, there's definitely a few things that you can do to obviously improve traction and grip, and this is where adding weight to the rig. Some tyres perform better on a lighter rig. Other tyres need a bit of weight to make them perform, but we need to give these an equal opportunity to be able to perform under the same conditions. So, yeah, maybe they would all need testing at a certain grammage. Maybe they would all need testing on brass rims and stuff like that. But for now, we're doing it this way. And so far, there's not many. Moving on to the next round. All right, so the DJ Crawlers are through to the next round. And these were the AT softs at 20.5 by 58 mil. And they did 4 obstacles. All right, up next are the RC 4-wheel drive TLC Narrow Super Swampers, already locked and loaded by the grand mechanic G-Dog. Okay, so RC 4-wheel drive Super Swamper TLCs. These are the narrow version. They do a couple of different Super Swampers, but I think we're going to have to sack the tyre guy because we seem to have a tyre hanging off the rim. Oh, hold on a minute. Who put these on?
Who put that? Who interfered?
Oh, dear. See, this is why I should just stick to driving.
Can't blame me for that one.
Right, there we go. Take 2. Okay, so here we go. Super Swampers TLCs. And they are all on the rims. And these are quite narrow, as they say. Ooh, managed to grip. Loads of sidewall grip, he says, but he's just starting to see it. Oh, no, it's got it. It's managed to control it. It's a good angle. Loads of sidewall grip. Loads of control. Nice and easy. Okay, here we go. Up the soft rock incline. Oh, a little bit of traction lost, but didn't need to give it much pressure on the trigger. Just found its grip and away it went. Noticing is as you're getting up to this middle of the rock, you're having to give it a little bit more wheel speed to get up. But let's see if these ones need the same. Oh, couldn't quite hold the line, but didn't need no extra wheel speed at the top to climb them. Nice and easy. All right, here we go for the incline. Picking up a lot of grip with that soft compound. And these are those X2S compound. Oh, and it touched the peg, just couldn't keep the line.
Unlucky. That was.
I thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
I think it definitely will go. You can feel it wanting to. A little bit of extra wheel speed at the end just to kind of grab that. But yeah, really controllable. Managed to really get it to grip and go where you wanted it to go. So yeah, nice and controllable tyres. So far, all obstacles completed. Super Swampers from RC 4-wheel drive. And now they're going to take on the toughest challenge and hit the water and see if they can climb up it. Oh no! Lost grip at the top, couldn't quite hold the grip down. let's try it for round 2, see if it can successfully get up there. And this one just struggled to grab that grip right when it needed it. Squeezing that trigger just a little bit more just to kind of get it. There it goes, up it goes, no problem at all. Well, it struggled the first time, but the second time, a little bit more wheel speed, and we're up to the top. All right, while G-Dog takes the tyres off, we're down to just the small ones now, so we can't preload. There's no point because we've only got the one set of inserts that we're using on all our tyres. We've got these slightly bigger ones that come with these guys, and these ones, and then the smaller ones that G-Dog's going to dry off and put into the next one. But the TLC Narrows make it through to the next one, and that was a full +5 on their side of the course.
2 +5s.
Yeah, 2 +5s and 2 +4s.
Oh, first and second.
All right, so G-Dog is loading up another set of Super Swampers by RC 4-wheel drive. These are the boggers, and these are 19mm by 54. All right, up next are the Super Swamper boggers by RC 4-wheel drive, and these are a nice compound. But how do they handle the weight shift? Oh, nice. Didn't move the truck at all. Truck didn't slide whatsoever then. It just fell straight in position, exactly where I kind of wanted it, which has kept that line. Oh! No, it just toppled over, and I'm not sure if that was me or the tyre then. I think I might have just got the line a little bit wrong, but we're going to go again and see if that was the tyre giving up or whether that was me just clocking that rock. Getting a little too keen on the trigger, but we're going to see if it can pull itself out of that. Yeah, look at that. Really nice and clean. Just going to watch that rock this time. Yeah, as I suspected, driver's error on the first time round. These guys are super controllable and really grippy. All right, so here we go on the soft rock. And as I suspected, no struggles whatsoever. Crept up the soft rock, loads of grip on these boggers. Just really, you can tell straight away with good tyres, the control on them. You just seem to be able to control where they go instead of them telling you where they want to go. Yeah, straight up, no questions asked. All right, so we're going to go for a real heavy incline. A bit of sand picked up on the tyres. Trying to get the wheel speed up, but super controllable. Like, you could feel it kind of coming off the line, but it was able to pull itself back on the line, nice and controlled. These tyres feel really great under the thumb. In fact, the last set that we tried that felt this good was actually the Hyraxes, right back at the beginning of the video. But the question is, how do they prevail in heavy, wet situations? Well, let's find out. You're just struggling to hold that line in the wet. We're going to pull it back. Have another attempt to give loads of wheel speed. It's got it. It's pulled itself up. Now, they definitely didn't hold their line as well as the Hyrax, but just needed that little bit more wheel speed to get up. But they successfully completed it. That's a 5 out of 5 for the RC all-wheel drive Super Swamper bogger. All right, so the boggers have moved forwards with the +5. So we've got, at the moment, we've got Hyraxes, the DJ Crawler on-roads, DJ Crawler ATs, the TLC Narrows, and the boggers. So these are all into the next round, and they're going to battle it out to see who makes it to the next one. So G-Dog spotted the... Oh, it's popped off the rim. Okay, so up next is the RC 4-wheel drive Milestar. These are the MTs times 25. Sorry, this is the XTS compound 21 by 52 mil, commonly known in the community as Fatty Patties. All right, let's check these Milestars on the tilt test. Pushing the tyre compound for the side grip. Struggling with this servo, this stock SCX24. Doing alright, it's doing good. Oh, it's quite high, just managed to keep that traction going. Yeah, no problem at all. Sidewalls, gripping, really good. The sandstone rock. Oh, it slid back, but it managed to recover itself. So yeah, that's the sand just picking up on the soft compound. Yeah, that was interesting. Just suddenly slipped, but it grabbed itself and pulled itself up. No problem. So that's 2 out of the 5 completed. Now we're on to the hard stone. Yeah, I could feel that was no issues whatsoever for these. Really clean. Didn't struggle at all keeping the line straight on it. G-Dog's having his tea and biscuits in the corner there. He's not listening. Okay, right. So I go back to sleep. All right, here we go. Up on the incline, picking up tons of sand and grit. That's definitely going to cause some problems. Oh, it touched the peg. Going to have to restart. Couldn't keep the line. Just going to get the wheel speed up. Yeah, there we go. I could feel they wanted to do it, but they just needed that little bit extra wheel speed to get the traction. But no problem up on the incline. These things really do look great as well for scaled rigs. Right, G-Dog, fire up the pump. Here it comes. Right. Let's see how these handle in the wet. Oh, and they just literally walked up the side of the waterfall. Didn't even batter an eyelid at the water and the wet condition. Now, either our course isn't that challenging, which we know it is, or
Look.
The 2, 3, 4, 5, 700 pounds you're spending on your SCX24s is questionable.
You see, I just went to him. I'll just have a standard XCX24 with a very light body and set of wheels.
Good set of tyres. And you'll be able to know which tyres once we finish this challenge. But yeah, I mean, it just proves that, you know, we're running a C10 wheelbase, no body. That's definitely a big critical weight side of your rig, whether you've got hard body, Lennox body. But if you put a low stream Lennox body on this rig right now and just a pair of tyres, just proves that it can do some crazy stuff. So there are a ton of different obstacles we could throw at these rigs while we're changing the tyres. But the reason why we've chosen, it's very blue down here. Hold on. Hold the phone. I look like Papa Smurf. Do not adjust your TV sets. This is what I look like. Right. So the reason why we've chosen these certain obstacles of the course is because there are a load more that you can do, but they do require weight shifting. They do require a little bit more modification to be able to do it. They require a bit more weight.
Or do they just need tyres?
Okay, while G-Dog is smashing on another set of tyres. These are a +5, and these are the Milestars. Really good tyres. You could feel they were controllable. Up next is the BFGs by RC All-Wheel Drive, and we are going to see how well these compare. These are the X2S compound, the same as the other ones, but these are the widest set of tyres we've got at 24mm by 50mm. G-Dog's just tallying off any moisture.
I really do like these. I like my wide.
Yeah,
tyre,
these are nice. Yeah, they got a nice stance. You were just saying.
I'm hoping that they're going to do well.
Yeah, loads of knobbly little grips on them. Look really nice. Quite nice scaled tyres. I'd expect that from RC all-wheel drive anyway. Yeah, let's see how these guys perform. All right, let's try out these BFGs from RC 4-wheel drive, the widest tyre of the group. And we're going to see if this stock servo can handle it. Here we go for the weight shift. Try and get that weight shift. These are wide, it's not allowing me to... Oh, there it is. A little bit of a wobble, not as planted as some of the tyres, but it held the line really nice. And the width, having to just climb over that, but no problem whatsoever. Really didn't struggle getting through that. So that's a 1 so far for the BFGs. All right, coming up on the soft sandstone. Ooh, just trying to fight the line. I'm struggling a little bit with this servos, not playing ball. Oh, having to give loads of wheel speed. It got up there, but it wasn't clean. It definitely struggling with the width of the tyre. I think maybe picking up a lot of sand. All right, but it got up there. It did it. It weren't pretty, but it got there. All right, let's take the same line. We're hitting this little groove just here every single time with the tyre, so that sets us up with the right line. And there's the wheel up. Nice and slow, yeah, no problem whatsoever to get up there. Nice and easy. Right, let's try it on the super incline. Oh, massive amounts of grip. You can just feel it. Just having a little bit more wheel speed at the end, but that did not struggle whatsoever on that incline. Really nice, really good. Right, how do they prevail in the ever devastation of the waterfall? Oh, and it just couldn't hold its line as it went over the lump. There it is. There we go. Straight up. They really didn't struggle. It kind of went up a bit quite quick the first time and bounced itself over. I let off the gas just a little bit because I thought it might have needed a bit more than it did. But no problem whatsoever. Lovely set of tyres. 5 out of 5.
Excellent.
G-Dog's front runners. I reckon he's got a good set of tyres there. Right. So up next, it's the mystery set of tyres. These are the curveballs that we have thrown in the mix. We're going to put these on some rims and see how well they'd perform. All right, so here we go with the mystery tyres. Let's see how they perform up on the tilt with their side grip action. And these are the smallest tyres we've got regarding dimension. So far, nice and controllable on the tilt. Alright, mystery tyres on the soft incline. Let's see how it goes. Ooh, just losing its line slightly. Alright, let's reset for a second and final try. Driver's error.
Come on, tyres, come on.
Oh, there we go. Had to concentrate. All right, over to the hardstone. Taking that line. And the front wheel up. Yeah, barely any squeeze on the trigger to get out there. Crawled up that, no problem whatsoever. Right, here comes the big grip test. This is probably the hardest test, I think. This and the water one, because it really does rely on the rear wheels performing as well as the front. Now, there's no gears. Obviously, this is just a stock SCX 24. Oh, it's touched the peg, but it was just about to do it.
That was about to go. That was about to go.
See if it can just keep its line a little cleaner, because that's what it's about. You want control of your tyres. You don't want to go in that corner. Controls there. Yeah, no. They managed to keep the control between the gate, which is absolutely fantastic. Here it comes. Woo! Alright, the mystery tyres up next. Tackling the waterfall. Let's see how they do. They put a lot of wheel spin into them. Yeah. But they fought, but they were up there. These are the smallest tyres, so I did expect them to put up a bit of a fight, but they got up it. So the mystery tyres performed a 5 out of 5 there.
Yes.
So super good. They are the smallest diameter tyres we have. And I can't remember what they range. I think they're 19s, I think. 19 mil wide. But I'm not going to tell you exactly the dimensions because that will give it away. G-Dog is loading up the Hyraxes in the next stage of the tyre shootout. And there is still quite a lot of contenders. But let's see who's left after this next stage. Right, these are the obstacles they're going to be tackling. We're going to be tackling this rock formation over the top to define whether they have good line capability. Basically, I want to know if they're controllable, if they're keeping the line, if they're staying true so that I can get over it. I don't want them sliding around too much. I want to be able to point and get to where I want to go. The next obstacle they're going to be taking on is this little climb just here. It doesn't look much, but it's a really... This little bit here is all about the tyre. You've got to be able to get up here and then hook onto this piece of wood and pull yourself up with just one tyre. So yeah, that's going to be a real tricky obstacle for them to take on. And we're going to be heading back to this incline, but this time we're going to be doing a decline. We want to see if these tyres actually grip or whether they just slide down straight away without any form of grip at all. Oh, cockatoo hair.
I know.
So it is duel time. Guns at 24 paces.
Your fingers are like that.
So we've got 8 sets of tyres left in the second round. I'm going to move around because we can see that light. There we go. That's better. And so on the first round, it was 5 obstacles. You had to complete 4 obstacles to get through to the next round.
And we had
8 tyres complete that.
Yes.
Now we're moving on to the second round, and there are 3 obstacles, and you need to complete 2 of them to move on to the next round. Got it?
Got it.
Fingers ready?
Ready.
Let's do this. All right, so second round, first obstacle, it's the Hyraxes up first. We're going to just see how controllable they are in a little bit of a rocky situation. Do they cause us much side action? Can I point it where it needs to go? And does it roll off the edge? So... I didn't struggle at all with that, at all. All right, so this obstacle, what we're trying to achieve is to get all 4 wheels up into this position here. Now, this is quite tricky because you need to rely on the tyre to grip onto the wood and pull itself up. And you've also got a huge tyre trap right here, so grip is really essential. And Hyraxes complete the task. We can get before we lose complete grip on this decline. Not the easiest thing to do one-handed. Oh, and it just went over, back end come over the top, the front slipped. Not very far at all. See where we can kind of hold position on the face of this incline or whether it just slides and doesn't grip at all. We're going to slowly come down. Oh, there you go. It was controllable. It kind of lifted the front back end up, but I was able to control it and get the decline, and relatively controlled, really. All right, so up next is the DJ Crawler tyres, the on-road ones, or AKA the aeroplane tyres, according to G-Dog. So these... I don't think these are going to struggle. I don't think any tyre is really going to struggle along this line here. It's not overly hard, although it's just struggling to get that side transfer just there. But it did manage to do it, and not as precise as the Hyrax, if I'm going to be honest, but it did the obstacle. Oh, it did tumble right at the last minute. All right, so we're up onto the log pull in this one. This task is all about precision and pulling of the tyre. We want to be able to pull ourselves up using the tyre and the traction. Oh, there's a lot of wheel spin, not really handling that dirt and grit too much. But we're up on the log now. But we've got very little traction. Oh no, it lost traction. It did it, but it lost traction. Right, attempt number 3. Right, attempt number 2, the DJ on-road tyres. Definitely struggling at this first stage, having to give a lot of wheel speed to get the traction. Hooks the tyre on the log. Can I pull it up? Can I keep it on it? There we go. Right. It had to fight, but it did do it. Okay, so here we are, third and final task. We want to be able to decline, be able to stop and kind of control it as we come down and not slide off the obstacle. Trying to keep the trigger nice as smoothly as I can. And they are gripping quite well. Oh, much better than the Hyrax, much more controllable. That was surprising. All right, so here we go. Another set of DJ crawlers. These are the all-terrains. And these ones are the ones that really do conform over the rocks. And again, really didn't struggle much at all. Quite a lot of height on them. Yeah, no problems whatsoever. All right, so here we go for the log pull-up. Let's see how it handles the dirt on the terrain. I've definitely got a lot more grip than we did with the on-road ones. We're up on the pull-up. Oh, just fell off it. Just couldn't quite. Second attempt. I'm trying to find that grip as it pulls itself up and over the log. Ooh, struggling on that. All right, we've got the log. There it is. There we go. Final obstacle. Let's see how well it can decline. Now, so far, the on-road tyres were the cleanest. The Hyrax performed all right, but they still... look at that. Again, bigger tyres than the Hyrax. I think the height of these tyres are definitely giving it a slight bit advantage on the decline. All right, up next is the STL Narrowboat RC four-wheel drive. And again, I don't think these are going to kind of struggle up here. You know, they kind of point, although, yeah, conforms over that corner nice. Grips the rocks, pulls you over. And yeah, again, nice and stable on the exit. Okay, so here we are on the second part of the challenge. This is the log pull-up. We're going to see how controllable these tyres are in a situation. And we're going to have to grip onto the log. A little bit of traction loss there. I'm going to hook the log. And no, we're off. Slid straight off the log. Couldn't get enough traction on that log. Second try. Ooh, and it rolled off the log. All right, let's see. After the not so successful second part of the challenge, we're going to see how well these cope with the slow decline and whether they... Oh, that was me. That wasn't the rig. That was me just trying to squeeze that trigger slowly, but a bit of a moment there. Let's try again. I forget how lack of control these have, but nice and controlled. Got plenty of grip on the decline. Really struggled on the log. I think it would definitely do it. It will definitely get up there, but what we're looking for is tyres that perform straight away. You know, you're not having to kind of fight for your line all the time. You want tyres that are going to grip, going to go where you want them. And unfortunately, I think they would do the challenge, but when needed, they failed. So the TSL Narrows don't make it through to the final round. I don't think they're a bad tyre. I think they're a really good tyre. They're just not performing as quick as some of the other ones. When you watch the Hyrax do the log pull, it just went up on those logs, nice and stable. The other two did definitely take a little bit more. They're spinning up. They haven't got the log traction, but then they also performed a little bit better on the decline. Up next is the next Super Stompers from RC four-wheel drive. And let's see if these perform any better than the last ones. So here we go, the RC four-wheel drive. This is another set of Super Stompers, but these are the Super Stomper Boggers. And again, I actually really like the way these work. They've got a nice compound to them. And just as you're trying to nudge over that edge, got that pumpkin stuck. a slightly lower form, but really nice control of tyre. Kind of goes exactly where you want it to do. Pull yourself over, so plenty of traction, and you can, yeah, and they stop, they grip, they're not sliding all over the place. Oh, he says, I'm on the final bit, it slipped, and should have kept my mouth shut. Right, let's try again. Didn't quite successfully complete the final bit. The other tyres that did the same, literally did it just afterward, but I want all four wheels off the rock system before they give up. I'm going to go back round here. Almost, lost. Again, traction on these tyres really good. Managed to correct myself with the grip. I'm just going to nurse it over because I'm not sure if it was a tyre problem or a driver problem. But there we go, successful. Up on the log pull. So let's get up onto the edge. And loads of traction on these. Didn't really spin up too much. Servo's really struggling today. Can I get enough grip on the tip? Struggling to get the grip. Oh, no, lost grip. Right, second try. Hook onto the log as we try to get up onto the log. Oh, and it just didn't have the grip to successfully complete that challenge.
Wow.
All right, so yeah, surprised they didn't do it. So like their brother tyres, just struggling on that bit of traction on the log. So we're going to come down and see how well this goes. A little bit of rear lift on that one, but nothing drastic. Yeah, great tyre. I think if you give it enough attempts with a log pull, it would do it. But in this competition, it didn't complete the challenge. These are eliminated. All right, another set of RC all-wheel drives. These are the Milestar, or the Fatty Patties, known in the community. And let's see how controllable they are. Ooh, just struggling with the pumpkin. These don't have a lot of wheel tyre height. Nice side grip. Slightly moving, you know, not as actually, the side grip on these aren't as good as the other tyre, but controllable. Plenty of traction when you're trying to pull your pumpkin over. Oh, and I don't know if that was me or whether the tyre just gave up because I was not paying attention. I think it just slipped off the edge of this rock system just here, and it didn't have much side grip. So we're going to give it a go for a second time. It's got to complete the run. I'm going to hit this corner again. The traction for the pumpkin pull. Yeah, no problem there. Nice and gentle as we come down. This rock's really tricky to kind of navigate over the edge of it. And, oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, good job. All right, so second part of the challenge, the log pull. This has a lot of different kind of elements to it. It's a real fine gravel on this incline. So your tyre's got to be able to get grip through the gravel and be able to dig into it. And it's also got to be able to pull up on a piece of log that's actually quite shiny. So yeah, it definitely holds a lot of difficulty at this. It looks very easy, but actually it's a really tricky exchange to pull off. And tyre grip is absolute essential for a clean pull up. And there it is. It's just struggling on that lip. Nope, slid straight off. Just not being able to get that grip to pull it over. Second time for the milestone. This log pull, claiming a few victims now to the trickiness of it. Just not got... Oh, it does it. It just finds the grip, just pulls itself up on the second try. Third and final obstacle. We're going to see how well it kind of does its decline, whether it's got enough grip to do a controlled decline. Yeah, loads of grip. Nice and controllable on the decline. Well, That's a 3 out of 3. Struggled, but it did it. Alright, so these are the RC 4-wheel drive BFGs, the widest tyres we've got on the challenge today at 24mm wide. But they do look good. And yeah, getting that nice profile going. Yeah, no problem at all. Completed that effortless. All right, so here we go. So the big old BFG's up on the log pool. Yeah, I knew they were going to grip straight away. You can feel their grip on these tyres as they pull up onto it. Absolutely effortless. So good and clean. I just captured that shot. It was a little bit out of shot, but yeah, first try, effortless. All right, so final of the second stage. Can it do a nice controlled descent? Just tons of grip. I mean, I could literally, I'm off the gas. That's just holding position. You can stop and start on the decline with those tyres. Absolutely fantastic. Right, up next, the mystery tyre. The smallest radius tyre we have today. Okay, well, it's just super grip. Can I get the last little tilt? It did it. Absolute walk in the park. Really, really clean. All right, so the mystery tyres are up again on this terrain. I'm just spinning in the dirt a little bit there. Gripping the tyre. Oh, now I've got to push the incline. Oh, well, I got there and then it just slid off as I pulled off. So I'm not sure if that was a completion or not. Let's try again for the second run. It got there. I'm not sure what happened, but it just slipped off at that final moment. But it did it again with no problems whatsoever. So look at that. Lovely. All right, so let's check the descent ability of these mystery tyres. So we are a little bit slippery on the decline. Yeah. Oh. So they did slide. So definitely nowhere near as stable as the rest of them on the decline. Let's do one more attempt. See if we can get a clean. There we go. But they completed the task. So definitely not the grippiest, but still doable. It still did it. All right, guys, so we're down to the third and final round of the tyre shootout. So who's in this shootout is we have got, with G-Dog's just loading up the Hyraxes from Proline right now. We've still got 2 DJ crawlers in, the On-Road and the ATs. We've got the Milestones, and we've also got the BFGs as well from RC All-Wheel Drive. And surprisingly, the mystery tyres are still in the race to the final round. And in this round, you're going to have to just go for it, because we are going to put 2 obstacles, and there's still going to be 2 tries. And the reason why we're still doing 2 tries is because it gives me a chance for driver's error. Kind of helps us kind of eliminate that or not, depending on how it goes. But these obstacles are probably the toughest obstacles in this course. And I think one of them is definitely the one that people are going to want to see. All right, so up first is this obstacle right here. This is a really tough pull. You've really got to have a good compound, a good grip to get the rig pulled up onto this and get it stuck on top. So what we're looking for is to be able to come through here, have control, have directional control, and be able to pull straight up on here. 2 attempts per tyre. And then we're going to break the back of every tyre and see if any of these tyres can get a stock rig up one of the most hardest parts of the course we have. This is the giant stairwell. We're through to the final round of the tyre shootout, and this is going to be tough. So they got to complete the task to move on to the next one. It's as simple as that. So there's 2 obstacles. We got the pull-up. If they don't complete that, they don't move on to the giant stairwell, and it's going to be tough. The pull-up is a really tricky thing to be able to do. We're using a stock rig with no extras put on it at all, no high risers, no flat skid, no modified shocks. It is purely down to the tyre. And this is really, really good. Obstacle, we're going to have to change a bit of the weight, because the only way that this vehicle is going to do it is by putting the battery at the front. Now, I have done it with this stock vehicle and with a certain set of tyres that are on the table today. So let's see if anyone else can achieve it. Let's give it a go. And for this obstacle, to move on to the next one, you've got to complete this. I can remaneuver, but if the vehicle topples over and lands on its roof or anything else, that's one try done. So these are the on-road DJ Crawler tyres.
Aeroplane one.
Aeroplane tyres. Just struggling to get precision with them on this incline. Oh, and there we go. A little bit of a boo-boo there. Right. Let's try again, try and get the line up. It's a very fine line, this obstacle, to try and get this pull-up on here. Oh, it's just really struggling with these side grip on these DJ Crawler on-road tyres. They've done so well so far, but you just don't have the side precision needed to reposition. Oh, it's gone. It's gone.
That's it.
Like I say, this is a super tough obstacle. A lot of it is down to me, but if the tyre's not willing to give me the line I need because it can't get there, it's impossible. There is only a few ways of getting up this, and if the tyre can't achieve it, I'm not going to be able to do it. Okay, here we go. So another set of DJ Crawlers. These are the tallest contenders that are through to this round. And again, let's see if it can give me the line I require to get up over this. Again, just struggling with that sideward action. I'm going to try and reposition again. Oh, it's just pushing that giant sidewall on these, just folding underneath itself. That's pretty clean there. That's kind of where I want to be. Oh, and it's just throwing me off sideways again. Yeah, just bouncing. These are a lot more positionable than the last one. You can actually kind of regroup, get your line again. But I'm just have not got enough traction to pull up over this. This is a tall ask for any tyre. I think this is really the kind of ultimate test for any one of them. All right, give it one more shot with these tyres. And reposition. Oh, and it's gone. All right, last and final attempt with the DJ Crawler tyres. Oh, I fell into the hole. Just couldn't get the side grip I needed to achieve this obstacle. Right, up next for the pull-up test is the Hyrax. So let's see if these have got the sideward and precision needed to find that line up on this rock. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The Hyrax on top of the first and final and one of the hardest obstacles in a stock SCX 24. That is just absolutely insane. So if I'm doing that type of pull-up with no weighted wheels, no modified axles, no modified worm gear.
Nothing.
The only thing I did was put a set of Hyraxes and put the battery over the servo.
And you drove.
Oh, and I drove. All right, up next is the Milestars. So like we've just seen with the Hyrax, it's the precision of the tyre that we require to do this obstacle. Without that precision of the tyre, it's really tricky to find the line that you need. These have got in position quite quickly. And there it is. Fatty Patties, Milestars, completed the obstacle. All right, BFGs are up next. The widest of our selection today from RC all-wheel drive. A whopping 24mm wide. What is it going to count? Is that extra width? Oh, yeah. Oh. Made it look really easy. Completed the task. All right, up next are the smallest tyres on the table. This is the mystery tyre. Made it all the way to the final against some of the biggest, softest tyres. Who are they? Oh, it wanted to do it. It wanted to go. That's the first attempt out the way for the mystery tyres. Coming in for the second attempt. Once again, though, got nice precision on them. Kind of go where I want them to go. Just didn't have that traction required to pull them up over the top. And that could be just down to their overall height. Oh, it does it! The mystery tyres do the pull-up. That is insane. So naturally, me and G-Dog know exactly who the mystery tyre is and where they're from.
I've forgotten.
And I had good faith in them, but I was really unsure about because they are small. Their diameter is small, so I wasn't sure. But to pull off something like that, I am super impressed.
Yeah,
I mean, these guys are battling with some of the best tyres out there. So now let's see where we're at for the last obstacle of today and have a look and see where all these tyres are situated. So left right at the beginning was the stock deadbolt tyres, the Mickey Thompson Bajas, the ogrc Super Softs, and sadly the Injora Mud Paws. Moving on to stage 2, we were left with the RC all-wheel drive TLC Narrows and the Bogger Super Swampers. Both Super Swampers, but just didn't have that sideward grip when needed. Then on to the third round.
With a bit of a shocker on that, because I'm sorry.
Yeah.
These.
The aeroplane tyres. Yeah, well, they made it all the way through to the third round. And in the third round, both DJ Crawler tyres stopped on the third round.
Yeah.
But,
which is, yeah, just flat.
Yeah.
Flat.
But moving on, it was the Hyrax Pro Line, the RC all-wheel drive Milestars, the BFG from RC all-wheel drive, and the mystery tyres. Now these have all successfully done the pull-up, but there's one more task they've got to do. To crown the title of the best tyre of today, we're going to see how far each tyre can make it up the giant steps. This is super tough, and I'm not even sure you can do it in a stock rig, but we're going to see if tyres really do make a difference. All right, so we're looking at this obstacle right here, and again we're going to be putting the battery front facing because that is required to do these heavier. You need the 60-40 weight, but we're going to have to come along here, and there's a lot of side grip needed. And as you approach just behind the tree, there's a really heavy flat. Let me just bring the camera in. This one right here is a real slippery, real hard, cold stone, and then you've got to try and get all the way up. I'm not sure if any of us are going to get up there, but we're going to mark and see where each tyre gets. 2 attempts. Each attempt on if it falls over, crashes. Repositioning is not an attempt, not when we're trying to do these type of lines, and we're going to do each one at 2 attempts to give me a little bit of error on the first one. Okay, so this challenge is going to be tricky enough in a stock rig, and I'm not sure it can even do it, but we're going to attempt to do it and see if these tyres can make a difference in doing it. I don't really have the suspension travel or the flex, so we are purely relying on the mighty tyres. This is the Hyrax coming in hot, all just struggling at the top. Can it do that final push? No way! The Hyrax takes it all the way to the top in a stock SCX24. Okay, up next are the Mile Stars from RC all-wheel drive, the Fatty Patties, and are they going to be equally as good as the Hyraxes? Already I can feel the slip, the sideward grip just failing on it slightly. Managed to get the grip though. It's pulled itself. It's going for the victory. Oh, it's up. It is done.
Wow.
Next up for the giant steps are the BFGs by RC all-wheel drive, the widest of the group. Is the width going to cause them problems? Or are they kind of struggling with the width with this servo? This is a stock servo. Oh, it's getting, you have to give it a bit more wheel speed than the other ones. Oh, it struggled, but it's got it. It found the grip. It's done it.
Wow.
This is the type of angle that these guys are dealing with. The steps, the tricky positions, the tilt, and the slippery rock, all combined into one climb, and that final victory up on the top. All right, up next, and the final contender. Can we make it 4 of the best of the best? We shall see. This is the mystery tyre. Let's see how it performs on this obstacle. Oh, straight away, we're just struggling a little bit. Oh, he's down. This final try. Can it just keep itself in position to get it up? Oh, having to give it a little bit of wheel speed. Oh, it's struggling. Oh, I've lost position a little bit. I'm going to back it up, just see if I can get a better run up. Oh, it does it! It does it! Ladies and gentlemen, the mystery tyres have made it all the way through to the best of the best.
So there you have it, the most comprehensive tyre testing on the internet? Maybe so.
Well, especially here.
Yeah. So today has been absolutely insane, and we have put a huge selection of tyres under some of the best conditions on some of the better obstacles of our course, and it has been awesome.
Yeah, but we just used
it's all been done on a stock SCX24 with our wheels on it so that we can change tyres quickly.
3D printed wheels.
The only thing we did as we up the obstacles is just shifted that weight to a 60/40. So when regarding upgrades, that is definitely one to gain more performance, but I don't think that's any mystery.
No.
What is a mystery is what 4 tyres made it right to the best of the best throughout this challenge. Right.
And what a challenge.
Let's have a look at one of the contenders, the Hyrax.
They are those ones.
Let's change them 100 times.
Yes. Yeah, but I still can't remember which one's which.
The Hyrax tyre.
These are
I have always
your favourites,
sworn by these guys. These are really good. They're very precise. You can feel the difference when you're running Hyraxes. These, for me, are the ultimate tyre. And today they prevailed and made it right through to the best of the best. So, and I think as well, when you're watching through the video, it's about the tyre that achieves the obstacle kind of first time cleanly.
Easy.
And easily.
Not easy, but easier.
And these definitely did the most of the obstacles without too much hassle.
Okay. Tyre number 2.
Next up is the Milestar. These are commonly known as the Fatty Patties in the community. Again,
a soft tyre, little bit squarer than the.
Yeah, they are a little bit
squarer.
They've got a little bit more width than the Hyrax, I believe.
But
the Hyrax is 19 mil, and these are 21 mil.
yeah,
They haven't got too much grip on them, as in like knobbly tyres everywhere. They're quite a smooth tyre when you look at them.
Yeah.
But they have performed absolutely fantastic and made it all, super
Soft.
squishy. They will,
they just
squash up.
I've had problems with fitting these all day because they've been wet and I've just squashed them.
But they made it to the best of the best.
Yes.
So these guys are absolutely incredible. I think these are 52 mils. Yeah, these are 52 mils, and the Hyraxes were 1 millimeter higher at 53 mil.
Contestant number 3.
Yeah.
Now these, I've always liked a wide fat tyre.
Yeah.
I'm
these
glad
were the-
at least one set.
Yeah, these were the widest tyres we've got running today's challenge. These are the RC all-wheel drive BFGs.
Yeah.
Just have a quick glance at the size of them. I've lost where they are. Oh, here we go. 24 mil wide by 50 mil. So not a massive amount of height on them, but super wide.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought they might have struggled grabbing a few lines because of the width, but overall a great tyre and a really good contender. Made it to the best of the best.
Well,
absolutely.
on the scale.
Yeah, really good scale tyre.
And do you know what? We've been saying it all day. And if you've watched till the end to actually find out which ones they are, you may have already guessed it, but let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, so the mystery tyre.
The mystery tyre.
This, we didn't think, we decided to throw these in the mix last night when we decided to do the video. We've been ranting and raving about these tyres on these rigs for a long time since we've had the rigs, and really we wanted to throw them in the mix and see if they were as good as we thought they were. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this tyre, the mystery tyre, is the stock tyre off an FCX 24M.
Yes. Now, I have ranted about these. These have been fantastic coming out of the box. FMS have made a brilliant job of these. And everywhere we've put them, they've gone.
Yeah, they are.
And on a stock truck, you never get tyres this good. We put stock deadbolt tyres on at the beginning.
Yeah, to run the base test.
To run the base test, didn't even go anywhere.
And I think these are a 48 mil by the looks of them. They run out about 48 mil by 19. So they are the smallest diameter wheel we had on the trial today, and they made it all the way to the best of the best. So out the box tyre for small under 60 mil, FCX 24M made it all the way to the bend. Absolutely insane, phenomenal. I mean, actually, the one thing I want to really kind of pay a bit of dividend to really is the SCX 24. We've put this into a lot of situations today, a lot of situations that people believe they've got to put a lot of weight on, or including yourself,
including me.
Change the geometry of your shocks, change this, do that. Well, I didn't do a single thing other than shift the battery weight to perform some pull-up climbs. That is it.
And that has performed better than I've driven anything round this course.
Yeah. And it doesn't have a body on it. Agreed, but the body is preference, and then that's how you then have to decide where you go regarding upgrades. If you're going to have a hard body, really tall, you're going to need the weight. That's the only reason why you need the weight, is to compensate that high level of gravity. But this thing performed absolutely fantastic.
Good
so,
stuff.
do you really need all those upgrades? Well, there's a few upgrades I could definitely recommend, and that is one of the final tyres that we've got through to the best of the best. The other thing is definitely do your 60-40, and the third and final upgrade that everybody needs to do, get your wheel time in. Become a slightly better driver, because that will make all the difference to your crawling experience. Well, I am absolutely tired of these tyres.
I'm just going round in circles.
How many times have you had to change these tyres today?
40, 50 times?
A lot, right.
I'm not sure. But it was, do you know what? It was worth it.
It was absolutely worth it. If you've stayed till the end of this video, then thank you so much. I hope this video helps anybody out there making a decision on what they do and where they what direction they take with their micro crawler. If there's a tyre that you think could be a good contender under the 60mm, remember, put it in the comments below. And really, if you're new to the channel, then welcome to Reactive Terrain.
Welcome.
And, well, you know what you got to do next? You got to smash the subscribe button,
Hit that like
and
button,
the notification bell.
and I'll see you next time.
I got to put them all back on their rims now.